Hey there, I'm teen behavior expert Josh Shipp. So you just received an alert from Zabra that your kid may be being bullied. I'm here to help you navigate through what you, as a parent, need to do next. Now, most parents aren't sure how to respond in this sort of situation, and that's 100% okay. I'm here to help you. Step one is that you need to gather all the facts. Look, I know that this is an emotional issue, but whenever you hear about a bullying problem, immediately gather all of the facts you can about the situation. Find out exactly what is being done to your kid. Are they being physically assaulted? Are bullies inflicting pain to his or her body? Are they stealing property? Does your kid feel like they are physically in danger? If so, you need to stop this video and go directly to the authorities, a teacher, a principal, police, something like that. Look, we have laws in place to protect your kid from such abuse, and you need to lean into these laws for their protection. Now, if the bullying is not a physical attack, let's continue. There are other types of bullying, obviously. There's verbal bullying, cyberbullying, or social rejection from a particular group. Step two here is to not overreact. Now, I know this goes against sort of everything you're feeling. If your kid is being bullied, I encourage you not to overreact. Again, I get it. You're freaking out, you're upset. I mean, who knows? This goes against everything you're feeling, but you need to trust me. It's not going to help if you overreact. In recent years, media outlets, lawmakers, and concerned parents have embarked on a passionate crusade to eradicate bullying. The latest research, however, has shown that our overreaction has actually escalated the problem. Our first instinct is to, punish the bullies for being mean to victims. But this genuinely doesn't help the victim at all. It actually makes the bully more angry, and therefore it makes the victim a bigger target for the bully and his friends to attack. So step three is that you need to empower your kid. As a parent, think about it. There was a time when at a certain age, if you're hanging out on the playground playing with your kid and your kid fell down, you would run over to them and help them out because, they were little. But then they reached a certain age when you stopped doing that because it wasn't appropriate anymore. Now, I know your instinct as a parent is to rescue your kid from this bullying. And that would be absolutely appropriate if your kid were in kindergarten or first grade, when they don't have the social tools or the maturity to process what's happening to them. However, if you swoop in and attempt to rescue your kid from bullying as a teen, you're actually harming them more. And I'll tell you why. It's because bullying is not a school problem. It's a human nature problem that finds itself in the workplace, in our neighborhoods, and frankly and sadly everywhere in society. So in the best interest of your kid, you've got to equip them with the social skills necessary to solve their own social bullying problems on their own. So they become dependent not on other people to solve their issues, but they have the tools to solve their own issues. So obviously, that sounds like a good idea, but how do you do that? Well, here's how you do this. You need to encourage your kid to remain calm when being emotionally bullied. Help them analyze how they are reacting to the bullying. If they are reacting out of emotion by crying or lashing out in anger, what this does is it only gives the bully what they want, an emotional reaction. Does that make sense? So when your kid decides to stop reacting emotionally and remains calm in the face of her bully, that actually throws the bully off of their game. They don't get what they want, they feel defeated, and the bully will leave your kid alone. Words only have the power that we give them. So you must build up emotional resilience in your kid if you want them to survive this sort of hostile, negative culture that we live in. A bully needs a victim to thrive. And when your kid refuses to be that victim, the bully's going to move on to someone else. So you're probably sitting there right now going, okay, this sounds great, but practically, what does that mean? How do I do this? Here's my suggestion to you. Rehearse with your kid. Meaning one of the best ways to help your kid be prepared to be calm and kind towards their bully is to sort of rehearse with them various scenarios they might find themselves in being bullied. Help them come up with a calm and kind response to their bully by acting out different scenarios in advance, before they find themselves in the heat of that moment. So when they go back to face their bully, they are actually armed with responses and techniques before they even get there. Now, when your kid has these tools, you will watch them become empowered right before your eyes. So simply rehearse these situations before they find themselves in it so they know exactly what to do and exactly what to say. Now, 2 disclaimers that you need to hear before we go on. Number 1, the bullying just might get slightly worse before it gets better, right? Because the bully at this point is used to sort of getting an emotional reaction out of your kid. And once your kid stops and refuses to react emotionally, the bully, might try to come down harder or just think, I got to try a little harder to get a response out of him. So it might get a little bit worse before it gets better. Disclaimer number 2 is that your kid needs to be calm and kind 100% of the time, or this will not work. If the bully realizes that they can get a reaction out of your kid, the bully's going to keep coming back for more, which is why rehearsing before they find themselves in that difficult situation is so important. When you, as a parent, help your kid to learn how to respond to bullies, you are equipping them with the social skills they need to endure a lifetime of difficult people, right? You and I, we're both adults, let's be honest. We still have bullies and difficult people and jerks in our lives. Bullying is not a school problem, it is a societal issue. So try this stuff, rehearse it with your kid in advance before they find themselves in that difficult situation. This will truly empower your kid to be bully-proof.